What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda, and I want to talk to you guys about my year in crafting so far. So we're gonna do a quarter of the year check-in. We might do this every quarter, depending if I have a lot to show or not. So I want to talk about all the stuff that's going on, all the stuff that I've picked up, all the stuff I've been working on, and show you the whips, show you the completed projects, and talk to you about everything that's been going on. So the first thing I want to talk about are all the crafty stuff that I've picked up. So I've ordered a lot since I started crafting again in 2024. So I did pick up some stitch markers because I've never ever had stitch markers before, and I like these are like the little safety pin ones. And I did get a stitch counter as well, and I had one but I couldn't find one, which was you know, measuring tape. Well, not tape, but you know, measuring for clothing and stuff like that. So I picked that up this year. Like, all that stuff I didn't have in my notions bag. This is my notions bag. I'm wanting to get another one because this one's just so full of stuff, all my notions inside. So I want to get another notions bag, a better notions bag, to keep all my crafty stuff in there. So those are like the littler things I picked up. I've also picked up my new favorite toy, which is the Centro knitting machine. This is the 48 peg one. I love this so very much. I've gotten a bunch of projects done with this, and I'll talk to you about which projects in a little bit. I'm just talking about what I picked up so far. So I picked up my Centro knitting machine, and because I also do like toys, I picked up the 32 peg as well because it was on sale for like $30. So I picked up the 32 peg mushroom knitting machine. So I'm missing two other Centros. I don't know that I will get them, but I do, like I said, I do make toys and stuff, so I figured that would be nice for making toys. So those are all the stuff. And then you probably would have seen it, I had a yarn haul. So I picked up all that yarn. Oops, I have my shirt there. I picked up all the yarn, so I'm not going to show you every piece of yarn. I think I have it displayed by this bag of yarn here. These are just my pinks, but I have tons of yarn. I also picked up polyfill. I'm not as much of a fan of this as I have other stuff. I did pick up another polyfill. I was supposed to send it back, but when I bought this, because I ordered it and then I canceled my order and they sent it anyway, I never sent it back. So unfortunately I still have that polyfill, but I never opened it. It's in like these really thin sealed bags. So I'm gonna work with this stuff first, and then I'll open that other stuff that's in the thin bag. So I think those are all the crafting related stuff that I picked up. I also picked some sewing machine needles up. I haven't touched my sewing machine yet. I have one. I didn't buy one, but I have one that I haven't ever used, a brand new sewing machine, but I don't know how to use it. Eventually that'll be on the channel as well, because this is all going to be encompassing a lot of things that I work on, which are crafty related. So let's talk about some of the whips that I have going on. So the reason why I started getting into crafting was because, let me pull it out from underneath me, it's because of my not temperature blanket, but I'm treating it like one. I do a line a day on this Afghan, and this is gonna be a queen size Afghan, so I just do one line a day on this, and I don't do it on, I sit on a couch and just work on it. Right now it's touching from my feet to my neck, so I think it just needs to be up to my fingertips, while and a little bit past my toes, and I'm done. I'm gonna make it the same size as the blanket that's on my current bed right now. So this is my big my big crochet project. So this is the one that that got me restarted into like crafting. And then I got into doing a lot of other stuff. The other whips, let me see some of my other whips I have going on. On my central knitting machine, I'm making this. I doubt that this project will be out by the time you see this video. I'm making a drop string shirt. I have all the pieces. I just have to sew, and I think that's what's holding me back. Sewing is not my forte. I don't think sewing is anybody's forte, but I have this. I want to use it for my daughter's graduation, so I gotta get it done soon. I keep it in a cheese ball box, just because I don't want anything to like mess with it. So I keep it in like this plastic sealed container, and that's where I had like the ball coming from on the floor. I had the ball from the floor, and then it was just, I was like, I'll just leave everything in this container here. I also am making myself a Pokemon beanie. It's gonna be a reversible beanie. So I have like the pink master ball, the pink love ball. This one is my own design. It's getting so washed out by the light. I'll bring it closer to over here so you can see it better. So yeah, this is a pink Pokeball. I still have to attach this part here, but I'm waiting. My son ordered for Mother's Day, he ordered the 22 peg Addy, and I did this on a loom that had an extra 2 pegs, so I'm waiting for the Addy to come in instead, so that all my sizes are universal when I make these Pokemon beanies for other people, which I am selling these. This side is gonna be super hard, but the plain side much easier than like the detail side. The devil's in the details, right? So yeah, I am selling these on my coffee shop, but I am working on mine first so I can make sure I like it. I'm using the Joann's fabric, and it's so soft, guys. It's so like, it's hard to work with. That's how soft it is, though, is the only problem. So that is the main whip I'm working on now. I also have, let's see, I have another Moogle that I'm working on. You'll see the next one, the first one I made in my finished projects, but this is the whip I'm working on. I'm not happy with the legs on the other one, so I made this one, and I also want to try out the technique. Let me lower the brightness. All right, yeah, I want to try out combing this out to make it look more furry. And if you're a fan of like video game characters, you'll know I started on this white cat beanie, and I ran out of yarn. I lost yarn chicken. This was with the red heart white, and this is so much rougher than the one I'm working with now, so I'm not buying another skein of the red heart anymore. I'm going to be using the Joann's fabrics until Joann's either goes out of business or until I run out. I also made the wrong size what is it? I made the wrong size Moogle thing for this head. I made the wrong size Moogle top, so this is gonna be for a hat. I'm thinking about making a Moogle hat for people, so it'll hang off the top of like a cat ear beanie, and we'll see how that works. So that's that project. I'm trying to work out on wings that I can make super fast, because you'll see in the one I finished that those are more detailed than these ones, and I'm trying to, if I'm gonna sell them, I want to be able to work on them fast, and these ones I whipped up pretty fast, so I'm not 100% happy with it. I still gotta find wings that I like. I did those. I think I threw away the other wings, I think. Yeah, must have ripped them out, but I did the Moogle top, and I combed it out. See how the fuzz looks on this one? It looks so much nicer on this, so that's gonna be his top. I'm also working on a character Vivi. Now you see the legs on this one. This is how the legs on, now it's too dark, the Moogle came out. And on the people, it's fine having long legs. He still needs arms and a body. But yeah, so I'm working on this one. And then I have a hat that I was working on for him, but the hat came out way too big for his head. So I think I need to frog this. And plus, I didn't like the shade of brown I was using for his hat. So I am now going to have to frog that. I also have like these spare parts for a chuckable that I was working on. I should have had two, but I don't see the other one. It might be in the hat somewhere. I don't know. It's somewhere in there. All the pieces should be, but yeah. So these are the projects. These are my whips. These are my current whips that I'm working on, and I have like a little whip bag. I'm probably gonna need a whip basket, to be fair, because I keep starting and stopping projects. To be fair, I would have finished this one had I not run out of yarn. There's the other foot. So yeah, so these are my whips that I'm working on currently, and I'm going to be starting on a bunch of other projects that I'm hoping don't turn into whips, that they turn into complete projects. They're going to be using the central knitting machine, so I suspect that I should be sorry, I'm a little sick. I suspect that I should be finished those projects, and they shouldn't go into a whip pile like the ones I'm doing now. Now let's get into the finished projects bag. Now I'm going to show you these, and then I'm going to tell you about the projects I completed that I no longer have because they were gifts. So this is another character from Final Fantasy. His name is Cactor, and if you know, you know. He's like one of the mascots. One of the mascots. The Moogle is the other one of the Final Fantasy franchise, and so I love the games. So I made a plushie. I think I want to shorten him down like half, like from here down. I think he's too long. I was going off of a picture and he was this long, but really in the games he's much shorter. So I'm gonna make one about that size lower, like this size and up. So I gotta redo this one. I still have the materials for this, thankfully. This was my first project. See, I have the wings on him, and the wings are pretty detailed, if you can tell. I made him on a loom, which is probably why he came out a lot more even than if I would have crocheted him. But you see his legs are pretty long, so I have him sitting as decoration, but to be fair, I would like him to be standing, and his legs are supposed to be half, which is why you see the other one at half, and I have him sitting. But he is my first ever plushie. He's my first amigurumi toy I ever made, and I am super proud of how he came out for my first ever project, guys. Yeah, so I'm excited about him. And then I made little versions. So I made, this one was my second project, I think. Yeah, this was my second project. I decided I wanted to make a mini one for selling. And it just takes just as much work as the big one, to be fair. So I'm probably not going to sell these mini ones. But I do have one. And I did sell one before I realized how much work it was. I still have it with me because I haven't delivered the product yet. So I have the other one I made in a bag. And that one's gonna be not gifted. Sold. I sold that to a family member who really loves video games as much as I do. The next one I have is this Chocobo. And I had him ready by Easter. Now, he looks like a regular chicken, but if you are a fan of the Final Fantasy franchise, you know his legs are super long. They're supposed to be like running, like basically like ostriches that people ride on. But yeah, so he's a miniature version, and he also, even though he doesn't look very detailed, was very detailed and very hard. He's completely made on looms and all versions of looms I have. So not crocheted anything on him. Also, so was the Mugu. So those are all the amigurumi stuff I made. I also made this Pokemon beanie on the Central knitting machine, but I think I made this child size. So yeah, I'm trying to make mine an adult size, but my adult size is too big, so I have to go somewhere. The white is where I need to like shorten and figure out the size. But yeah, so I did make my first Pokemon beanie along with my first cat beanie. And this is supposed to be like from the Sailor Moon series. I don't know if you guys can see in my background. I really love Sailor Moon, and so I was making the cat beanie to look like one of the cats in the characters in the show, in the animated series. I watch Patrick and Kelsey a lot while I'm working, or to get ideas as well. And she made a lot of these scrunchies, and she was selling them, and I was like, oh, I can make them as well. I know how to crochet. Crocheting is something I can do. So I made a total of, my camera decided to cop out on me, so I was showing you the scrunchies I made. Now these last two on each pile, this one and this one, I didn't think I had enough of either of these two colors, so I was gonna mix the colors, which is why you see half and half. So I did this one first because I didn't have enough gray to go around, and I actually like frogged this twice. And then I was watching her scrunchie video again, and she had said that she double crocheted originally in her first video. So I was like, oh, well, I don't think I'm gonna have enough to do the big full fluffy ones, the triple crochet ones. So I went back and did the double crochet ones, and I did have enough. And then I was like, oh, well, I have enough for this one, maybe I have enough for this one. And so I definitely went back and just made two more. So I finished 2 skeins of each color, I mean one of each color. So I didn't buy any more of the Juicy Couture, so I don't think I will be buying any more unless people want to buy them from me. But crocheting, to be fair, I just want to stick to crocheting my blanket for right now until my blanket is done, and then I'm gonna do on another project. But this was because I kept wanting them. I see her selling them so often. I was like, I want one. So I just bought this is the coral haze, and this is just the gray one. So I figured I can make it myself, and I did. So I definitely have this much scrunchies to work with as well. So those are all like my whips, my finish. Oh, so let's talk about some, and these ones I'm going to just show you pictures. Okay, while I'm putting away these toys, I'm going to show you, this is one I forgot to put in my video, but this was one I made for my son. I'm going to just show you pictures. So the first picture I'm going to show you is like this reversible beanie. This was my first project on my knitting machine. And it's this tangerine and like brown colored beanie that I made, this reversible beanie, and it was for a friend's birthday. I also made it with a scarf. So I bought originally 4 skeins of 2 of the tangerine and 2 of the brown color. I don't remember what the brown color is at this point, but I'll link the video if you want so you can see me making this scarf. But I had 2 of each skein, but I ended up using just 3 skeins. So I used 2 of the tangerines and 1 of the brown color, since he's more of an orange fan. And so I made those 2. So I made his reversible beanie, and then in this next picture you'll see the scarf. Also, I have a video of me making the scarf, it wasn't a reversible scarf, so I just made it kind of in the same pattern as the striped side of the reversible beanie. And then I messed up a little, so I ended up doing tassels on one side and like a little ball end on another. And I thought that was cute that you could just lay them with the tassels on the bottom and the ball on the top, but I don't have those. Those were gifts, so I don't have those. And then I had a little bit of extra yarn left from that project. Not too much, because like I said, I gave back the brown, because I returned the brown because I didn't need any more brown, and that was not a color I was gonna use. So I returned the brown and got something else. And then the orange that I had left, I turned into a drop stitch infinity scarf. Now, it wasn't as long as everybody else's infinity scarves, but I kind of wanted to give it to my boyfriend's mom as a Mother's Day gift to her, and so that she could have like just a decorative scarf to wear around if she wanted to. And that way it was super soft, so it wasn't, I didn't want it to go to waste in like a scrap anything. And it was enough to make, I think, 72 lines on my central knitting machine. And then because it's dropped, remember, it's longer, so it came out pretty nice. Also did a video of me doing that project as well. So yeah, those were all the things that I did in the first quarter of the year. I'm still working on lots of projects. I want to finish some of those whips before I get into the bigger projects, but I'm just not, like, I'm waiting for the other knitting machine that was ordered for one of them. I have to get the loom out to make the hat for the other, because not, like, I started looming the doll, so I want to finish in the looming process with the doll, because I already know what I want to do for the hat, so I just have to loom knit the hat. And so yeah, so those are all the projects and all my whips and all the things I've been doing for the first quarter of the year in the crafty world. I hope you enjoyed this little conversation I had about all the stuff I've been working on, and thanks for joining me on my journey. I am trying to sell and start my own small little business selling some of my hats, my omagurumi stuff, so we'll see how that works out. I ordered some stuff to start shipping stuff if I do get orders. So let's hope. But thanks for watching, guys. Bye.